All right, welcome in everybody to the Fly for Fun show. Captain Ray Kelly and myself, JohnnieDroneFlyer. We got a special guest tonight. Mr. Vic Moss will be joining us. I know he got the link. He messaged me, but I hope he pops in here in a second. He's got about 45 minutes. Ray, we'll kind of catch up with everything that's happened. It's already happened, but and I will say, if you got questions, put them in the chat for Vic, and we want to get as much as we can answered. We all know what's transpired, but hey, maybe he'll give us a timeline, and we just kind of see what's up. And let's see, we'll do a giveaway, couple giveaways. We got filters for the About It 2, and I'll give away a T-shirt tonight. It's hashtag Fly for Fun. Ray, we 86 days away from the South Florida drone meetup. Couple birthdays. Charles Galinsky had a birthday yesterday. My granddaughter Gracie made 20 years old on the 12th, and my daughter has a birthday tomorrow. So yeah, busy month for us. If you seen our bad birthday singing, you'll get some more of that. Ray, I do see Vic back here. Let's get Vic in, because I know he said he's got to pop all probably. You stay 45 minutes. So let's welcome Mr. Vic Moss. Vic.
Good morning. Evening. I don't know what.
How you doing, Vic?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since we had you on. I know you've had quite a busy year in 2025. Of course, I'm sure you're busy all the time.
Yeah, but it's been interesting so far.
Yeah, it is. And Vic, I kind of wanted to, I messaged you probably about a month ago. I said, let's give it a little time and get past this date. And of course, we're past that date, of course. And I wanted to get your whole take on what's happened and, maybe where we're headed. So how was your holidays? Everything was good with you?
It was good. It was good. Yeah, I had my son and daughter-in-law here, so that was kind of nice. But I forgot to adjust my camera. Let's see if I can do it. Hey, whoa, too far.
Hey.
I'm coming right into your living room there. Okay. There we go. I had trouble with my freaking headphones. Anyway, so I'm here. It was good. It was really good. Yeah, it was just fun. Like I said, my son and daughter-in-law were here. My wife actually went back with my son to his house in Ohio. So spend a little time together as mom and son. And then I had to babysit the stupid dog.
Yeah, I know how that is. I seem to get stuck babysitting the dog when my daughter and them go somewhere next door. But well, Vic, we appreciate you having you on. And
fun at all, Vic? You fly for fun at all while your son was there?
Me, kind of a little bit today. Sort of got paid for it, but I was filming a window washing drone at a very fun spot, which will come out later. I hate it when I hate that when I can't say something, but I don't think I'm supposed to say where we were.
Vic, I did tell I knew you were popping on, but I did say if anybody's got any questions for you, put them in the chat.
Absolutely,
and, we would love to. And Ray helped me look, and if somebody sometimes it's hard to read the chat as you go along. Got a lot of people in, but
there are a lot of people there. Wow.
If you would take us through a little quick timeline of, I don't know, from maybe take us through a timeline of this.
I was born. No, gosh, basically everything kind of fell apart on December 22nd. Fell apart's kind of harsh. Let's say that something we were expecting on the 23rd happened on the 22nd.
Happened a day early.
It happened much more broadly than we thought it would. For those of you who don't know, it was the NDAA last year's National Defense Authorization Act. Section 1709 required a security agency, one of five, to perform an audit on DJI and Autel and anything made under agreements with those companies, which basically is just DJI. I don't think Autel has any agreements. So Anzu, Specta, whatever that yellow, green, whatever it is. The green one's Anzu, and then whoever somebody made that Mini 4, except it wasn't called a Mini 4.
The
X10,
not Specta.
No. Anyway, that one too, and a few others. And so we were expecting that because we knew probably about halfway through, probably beginning November. It's like there's no way, maybe even a month or so earlier, there's no way a government agency can perform that type of audit in that time, plus have congressional review and other agency reviews. It's like, it's
Right.
not going to happen.
I was just hoping it was going to be postponed. That's what I was hoping.
Well, that would have been nice, and we tried, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
There were a few people trying. Whoops, my mechanic's calling me. I'll call him back later. So if anybody wants to buy a 2000 Chevy or a Toyota, anyway, so we tried, and we knew it wasn't going to happen unless it was an audit was performed with a predetermined outcome. Let's just say it that way. So we knew it wasn't going to happen, which was, we got it. That's fine. So we tried to get it extended. That's fine. Try to get language into the new NDAA, so the 2026 NDAA. That didn't happen. And so we expected, okay, 23rd, boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
We expected it. But on the 22nd, Mr. Carr from the FCC, Federal Communications Corporate, no, come on, brain. Whatever it's called, the FCC, went ahead and dropped it and dropped a bomb. And so what happened was, instead of just being DJI and Autel, it was all foreign drones. It was all, actually pulled it up so I would have it. Oh, I pulled up the fact sheet. That's okay. I can do both. It was all foreign drones, all foreign components, all that stuff. And it's sad I've got these all bookmarked, isn't it? I'm not going to read the whole thing.
But Vic, one quick question. What
Sure.
DJI was? I say they were begging. They was wanting this audit done.
Yeah. Heck yeah. More than one occasion, Adam was in DC saying, "Hey, here, do it.
Yeah,
do it."
Yeah.
And nobody would. And I have my own thoughts on that. And this is purely Vic, and I've said it before publicly. One, we had obviously administration change, so all that was going on. We had issues with trying to get agency heads confirmed, so that was going on. We had a government shutdown. That was going on. All kinds of different things were in play that postponed it. But honestly, I don't think anyone ever really wanted to do it. Because there was no specific agency given. And again, I'm not a conspiratist. I'm not a conspiratorial person. I don't believe in 99.9% of them. But I will say this: I don't think any of the agency heads wanted to take it on. Because I think, given past audits, this isn't making stuff up. This is given past audits, including some done by the federal government. DJI came back clear, and so I thought they were going. My thought was, hey, you know what? I'm not going to give Congress a report that says y'all are wrong, because then I'm going to have to turn around and go to Congress and ask for money when it comes time for appropriations. Now, that's me being paranoid. Maybe, I don't know. It's just one of those weird things that pop into my brain when I'm awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. So that's.
Bob Casey's got a question.
Bob,
not going to be done. Yeah.
It was never going to be done. I honestly think it was never going to be done. Maybe at first it might have been. And yes, as far as it's not ban versus suspension, it's ban versus restriction. Our DJI are not banned. Period. End of discussion. They are, however, restricted from getting new FCC licenses. So any new model that comes out, somebody posted something today. It's like, anything manufactured after 12/22. No, we can buy stuff manufactured after 12/22. We can't get the new models imported into the country. If it requires a new FCC license, the FCC will not give them one, and except for certain exceptions. And one of those exceptions is, I don't quote me on this number, but I think it has to be 65% American made.
65, 35,
yeah. So that ain't DJI, that ain't Autel, that ain't Specta, that ain't Hobby King, that ain't nothing that comes into this country, especially for the recreational folks. We have some enterprise stuff made here. Even Parrot had to get it's going to have to get an exemption.
Yeah.
Their Blue List did, because Blue List did come out and say, they came out 2 weeks later, FCC came out and said, hey, anything on the Blue List is exempt, which, that probably should have been part of the original fact sheet. And it's like, okay, because they're already accepted. But they went ahead and clarified that. And that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen.
And Vic, what's happening now? I saw Texas agricultural department or whatever, and there's some states across the Midwest. Now some of those senators are trying to save face and acting like.
I'm sorry, that was out loud.
They were acting. Yeah, they were acting like well, I guess if they read the bill, and like you said, they included all drones. I mean, a vehicle is a vehicle, but a truck is a vehicle, a car is a vehicle. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
That's I think, because they're definitely I mean, maybe something could have been done with the sub 250, the agriculture drones now.
You can use a sub 250 and run into people at the FIFA.
Yeah,
not going to hurt anybody, but the weight thing. It's just there's a whole lot of. Hang on, see a second, Cap. There's a whole lot of nonsensical, non-common sense, non-factual driven, non-practical stuff going on.
Right.
And that's all we want. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is what a lot of people I've talked to want. I want people in DC to listen to us. Listen to everybody on this screen, everybody over here in the chat. Listen to people who do this for a living. Listen for people who save lives with these things for a living. Listen to people who do this recreationally. And don't listen to the companies and the organization that has nothing but their bottom line at stake.
Right.
Common sense and logic is critically absent from this entire conversation. And that's my goal, is to get it injected into the conversation so we can sit down and have a reasonable discussion, find out what drones shouldn't be flown where, and where that needs to be defined. So section 2209 of the 2000, it was reiterated, I think, in the 2016 FAA Extension Act, that they're supposed to have a list of areas where we're not supposed to fly drones. And this is 2000. It's 8 years late. 8 years late. So they're making all these rules based on whoever wants to do what. And they're listening to the wrong people. They're listening to the people in this country.
On a positive note, though, I did read.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, let's go positive. Let's go positive.
No. That there's a possibility in the future the restriction could be lifted.
Absolutely.
DJI,
anything can be lifted. Anything that's put into place can then be taken out of place. Yeah, that's the word.
Right.
But it's not as easy as putting them in place.
So Vic, was our voice, was it too small, or was it not heard at all, or did it matter at all? And I mean,
I almost don't want to go there, but I will. I don't think it mattered. That doesn't mean we should quit. I'm on a campaign right now. Actually, I'm kind of on a tear with Senator Mullen, Mark Wayne Mullen, I think his name is. If you go to his website, his Facebook page, go to his reels, and anything that he's not on camera, like for a news show or something like that, guess what mic he's wearing?
I saw that. Yeah.
A DJI mic, not even a new one. It's one of the older ones, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Good for him, because and so I'm on a tear. I've been blowing up his Facebook page post. Right. Other people have as well, politely and nicely. I want to make sure everybody understands that. And so, yeah, it's I've got people out there now trying to find as many instances as they can of different legislators, people in the executive branch, people in the congressional branch, using DJI gear, mostly mics. Somebody posted somebody with a Ronin, using a Ronin. I haven't found anybody with a drone yet, but I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's always better to be professional in your contacts and emails to your congressmen and representatives. Really, name calling really just
no, it doesn't. And a great way to do that is write a nasty email and then delete it, because you get it out of your system, and then you can write a nice email and say, "Hey." So yeah, cathartic. It's very cathartic to write nasty emails. Just don't hit send. Make sure you hit delete. Don't hit send by mistake, because, don't.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think now that it's done, and we kind of, I guess, Vic, when we first started hearing about it, and back up a little bit, Customs kind of did what they did. And like you said, I think almost every department was kind of doing something that the other one really didn't know about, or maybe somebody did, because
everybody
with the Air 3S, I guess a few people got them, and then they started holding them in customs at some ports. I mean, not everywhere, But that was kind of strange. But now I guess nothing's
getting through this DJI.
Yeah.
To the point where if you go on DJI's website and try and buy something, everything, if you're on a US ISP, is out of stock. If you use a VPN and pretend you're in Canada, all of a sudden, poof, you can buy it. I bought the prop cages really for my Mini 5 Pros. They came from Shenzhen. I ordered them the day they came out, but they didn't come from DJI. They came from an eBay seller.
Yeah.
And they actually went as far as taking basically metallic stickers. I wish I had it. I actually sent it to Matt Matthews up in Canada because he needed to borrow it for a shoot. They put metallic stickers over anything that said DJI. So I have this box that says, the only thing you see DJI is very, very, very small writing on the back of it. Everything else is covered up. So even an X-ray, you couldn't see it.
Well, the officer from Texas was on the ratio said, I don't know what officer from Texas that was on
radio. Oh, radio. Okay. Yeah, ratio. I get it. I type fast. That's the other thing that happened. I think December, I want to say 18th. I forgot to look it up. But excuse me, sorry. The ASD, American Securities Drone Act, was passed in December, or signed December, I think, 18th of 2023. It gave this country 2 years to go ahead and get a U.S. or maybe even an NDAA acceptable drone up and running, so then they can be used on federal funded projects. So 2 years. Nothing happened. We don't have it. We have Skydio, blah, blah, blah. And there are, there are some other good ones, but they're just not very easy to get. And they're very expensive, by the way. So they didn't have any. And so December 18th, 2025, every CDOT, Department of Transportation, I'm in Colorado, so CDOT, Department of Transportation grounded their DJI drones. Here in Colorado, they have two. Okay. They have 2 Skydios and 1 Parrot they can now use.
Wow!
And Georgia shut their program down. South Carolina shut their program down. All the states have done it.
Vic, they got a question there. I think you could.
Jeremy has a question.
Jeremy has that question, but I think that would get through probably.
Customs is stopping all kinds of DJI stuff. I know somebody, this was about 3 or 4 months ago, they had their propellers turned back.
Really? Wow.
They ordered propellers. Now, it depends on where you order it from. If you order it from DJI, it will get stopped. If there are other ways to do it, B&H is getting them in, Adorama's getting them in, Best Buy's getting some of them in. So they're going through, channels, and anything you buy right now doesn't have refresh or warranty, blah, blah, blah. But you can get some stuff. The Nano, worst case scenario, they send it back. If you ordered it from DJI. So,
and some of that
let us know. Come back and let us know.
And some things have been more available on Amazon just recently.
Amazon.
Even the Air 3S was at almost the retail price that most people paid for it. So some of those drones on eBay have actually come down a little bit in price. Yep. And as far as we know, I know a big group. I don't know of anybody that didn't get a Mini 5 that wanted it through eBay.
I got 3.
So you got 3.
Well, I bought
another bright note is I finally received my second order of the V-Copter Mini. I received that.
Little V-Copter, yeah.
So,
V-Copter. I have not seen one of those yet.
Those are getting through, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I bought a Mini 5
Johnny got his.
Marcus got a question there, Vic?
No. Sorry. I don't know other way to. There is no progress on the CBP issue. I actually reached out to someone today about that, and they said no progress yet. Can it be resolved? Yes. What's going on right now is Customs and Border Protection says you're using Uyghur forced labor. DJI says, no, we're not. Uyghur says, yes, you are. Prove you're not. It's like, okay, well, here's proof from DJI. And then they just get a form denial. They don't even say what, when, where, why. They say no. So they're working on that. They're trying to get it done. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they're trying to work with people to get it resolved. And that is actually the bigger problem than the FCC issue, is we just can't get them in. And whether it's parts, whether it's whole birds, whether whatever, propellers, hopefully the nano comes through. And so that is something we need to push first, but somebody with a .gov email address that is probably an elected official is really, really, really pushing that back. It can't be straight from CBP. CBP has to answer to people. Maybe it is DHS heads, but we'll see. Or maybe we'll never see. I don't know, but we do need to get it fixed. That needs to be a priority. But, your government agency, and DJI is a Chinese company. So, and still technically on the Chinese military company list.
Let's see. Bill Grace, my local government has asked local ones to have thermal enterprise drones that volunteer to serve if called up. They are not allowed to use.
Okay. Well, that's illegal, but not necessarily. I know that sounds like a weird question or a weird answer, but if it's a federally funded FEMA, let's say FEMA says, hey, we've got this going on, a big earthquake, big whatever, hurricane, and FEMA comes in, they technically, any interagency that works with them in agreement can't use any DJI gear.
Jeez. My
hope is that the cooler heads on the ground with FEMA will just kind of go, that's not a DJI, and do that. If it's a local agency, there's a very good chance they're not federal funded. In which case, there are some states that still won't allow local agencies to use DJI. So if you're in that state, don't say no by any means. How much trouble can you get to for volunteering to save somebody's life? I mean, no, exactly. Just do it. Do it. And if they do, Vic at dspalliance.gov or .wish.gov.
Yeah, because .org. I know there are a lot of volunteer fire departments, and I know a little department that has a DJI drone, and I don't know, it might be an Air 2S, so it's probably a little older drone, but I know the little chief, and he said, "Well, I'm going to fly it. I don't care." I mean, he's not flying anything illegal, but and I think it was bought with private funds, of course. I guess the state of Louisiana said we don't want any DJI drones.
Yeah, Louisiana is one of them.
Yeah, so that's where you kind of get, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, in these different states, and so Vic, going back to the agriculture, what can they do something just for ag drones that they act like the senators who voted, on that defense bill act like that wasn't in there? It just had drones. Now they're trying to go back and kind of save face,
Yep. What was it? Somebody said something about the bill. It's like, let's, pass it to see what's in it. And it's like, that's the same thing as a stool sample. And so, that's what they did. That's when they don't have the correct people in their office to do the correct things, or they're listening to the wrong people. I don't know what else to say to that.
Yeah, because that was one, I think it was, and I'm sure they have some. I know they have some different type agricultural drones, but one of the American companies, or one of the whoever was in, had a drone. They said, well, this drone is still mostly Chinese. I mean, even though all the components, and that's where the problem, is lying for sure.
Yep. Somebody asked something about FPV. Where was that? I saw it fly through. Oh, up here. Bob Casey again. How will it affect FPV? It will destroy it. There are a couple of FPV builders that can put together their own stuff,
right,
and are selling some of it. But where do all the parts come from when you're building FPV?
Of course.
Where do the stacks come from? Where do the motors come from? Where do the ESCs come from? Where do the sensors come from? Are you going to 04 on it? Well, guess what? That's a DJI. So it's really going to hurt not just FPV, but any of the recreational drone enthusiasts. And that's the gateway drug into the love of aviation.
Yeah.
So if we can't do that, I'm preaching to the choir here. I'm sorry, I get fired up.
Oh no.
These are the people who are future pilots, future airline mechanics, future airline engineer, aerospace engineers. These are the kids now that will look at this and say, this is a kick in the ass. I want to do this for a living. Oh, I can do this with big stuff too.
Yeah.
That's what That's what Congress is doing to the U.S. UAS industry right now, with the help of Brink and Skydio and State Armor and AUVSI. I had to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, hey, you know,
the Drone Advocacy Alliance really helps a little bit.
We're trying.
And going against this ban, and I know you have quite a few members now. You know,
we have members. We don't have a ton because that's the paid part. But we also, for my Facebook group,
this is Vic's website.
That's my website. But we also have a Facebook group, the commercial drone pilots group. I don't even know what the heck it's called. How sad is that? It's commercial drone pilots group is sponsored by DSPA, and we've got almost 34,000 members there. We don't have a ton of paying members, but we don't have that many expenses. I don't make money on it. I don't get paid for it. We strictly use it. Like I'm going to the VAI, so the Verticon in Atlanta in March, to speak with some of their people about the possibility of. It used to be called HAI, Helicopter Association International. Now it's Vertical Association International, because they're starting to incorporate UAS. And so I want to go in. I'm gonna be somebody's going to introduce me to their director of something. Anyway, the person who deals with that type of stuff, and we're going to see how much they can do to help the UAS industry, because the vertical VTOL stuff is also UAS, and so DSPA funds are used this way. It's not coming out of my pocket because I couldn't afford to do what I do if I had to pay for everything.
What about RC planes and cars and all of that?
Well, it depends on the car. If your parts are coming from China, and you know it needs an FCC because you still got those radio controllers for the RC cars, hence the name RC. So that could be affected. RC planes definitely could be affected if you build your own, because again, you don't have a ton of U.S. sourced parts. Most of those parts and stuff come from China. And it's not just the UAS industry, by the way. I mean, how much of our stuff comes from China? Hello. Everything comes from China.
So Vic, let's fast forward.
Sure. You
said something could change in the next year. I mean, what could something be rewritten and revoted on?
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you see any changes? Or
I don't have a crystal ball. I joked earlier when you reached out, I was like, let me polish up my crystal ball.
Yeah.
I don't have one. And what was it? Mark Twain said predictions are very hard to make, especially when they're about the future. So I'm back to I'm back to cautiously optimistic in what I think is going to happen. And am I being Pollyannic? I don't know. I hope not. But this has riled a lot of people up. And that's what we needed. We needed riled up people. And in the past, there was a lot of people who were already riled up, but it was like, well, someone else will take care of it. And I don't mean that to sound like, y'all didn't do it, so it's your fault. I don't mean that at all.
No, I understand.
But now a lot more people are riled up because people were probably listening to people like me and saying, hell, Vic will take care of it. Or people like me, not just Vic, by the way. I don't want to take credit for anything. And we were trying, and they supported us, absolutely, but they didn't get involved as we needed to. So I've got a phone call tomorrow. No, Friday. Or is it tomorrow? No, it's Friday. I'm working tomorrow. That we're trying to put together a campaign, part of which will be based on the Pilot Institute survey. Greg knows this, so this isn't a shock to him. That will be tied directly to the White House communications. So stay tuned for that. Okay. And if we can just absolutely flood the White House with this type of stuff, and it's not going to be a form letter, because form letters do not work. You hearing me, AMA? Form letters do not work. I've had this discussion with them too. So anyway, it'll be, hey, these are the things we need to point out. It'll be a bullet point, and it'll be up to each person to go ahead and craft something. It doesn't have to be a 20-page, book. It can be a 2 or 3 paragraph email. It's going to be an email type situation. Ooh, Drone Oki's got a good one. Trying to think what I can share. There is, in April, Trump and Xi are going to have talks. They're going to have what the heck are they called? Trade talks. And so some people feel that with what not the FCC, the Department of Commerce, they pulled that ANPRM that was going to do basically what the FCC thing did. And some people are saying, well, that's probably because DJI is going to be part of those talks. Is it a possibility? 100%. I'm 100%, especially if we use the campaign we're going to push out very soon to bring that point up. And then also push, hopefully, some of the higher ups and Shenzhen to also try and push from Xi's end to make sure that UAS are included in the discussions.
Right.
In the discussion. So,
Marcus had a question there, Vic.
Their U.S. companies develop consumer. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why you're saying no. I mean, I don't. We talk about it all the time. Why that would be the last. I mean, why would they wouldn't even have no desire to build anything like a
no. Let's say no, absolutely not.
A Neo 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no.
Let's say somebody did. Let's say there's this secret underground factory at Denver International Airport, since that's the big joke, and there's a company developing a drone that is going to be a Mini, an Evo, a Nevada, an Air, whatever, a Mavic equivalent. Where are they going to get it made? Where are they going to source parts? Yeah. We do not have the manufacturing in this company to come up with 2 million drones minimum in the next 3 years. Skydio is really proud. They're putting out 1,000 units a month now. Not a year, sorry, a month now. 2 million units we need in the next 3 years if we're going to replace what we're having now. Wow. 2 million.
I don't think they really care about the consumer market. I really don't.
No.
Us little guys, really. The money is where the military is now and enterprise drones. That's where the money is.
The government is doing that. And look, even at well, I'm going to share it. I don't care. Somebody sent me an email Skydio sent out. And the whole point of the email was, look, the government just released all this money. Reach out to me and I'll show you how to get it and buy a Skydio. So, yeah. So it's that's where the money is. And yes, nobody's going to get into the consumer market because of DJI and Autel, which I get. I do. I totally 100% get that. Nobody's going to get into the hobby community or the hobby industry either because of China. No one's going to get into the TV industry because of China. Well, there's some other Eastern countries that also make TVs and stuff like that. This isn't a drone issue. This is a U.S. manufacturing issue and offshoring issue that we've been doing literally since 1976, if not sooner. We can't go, done. Now we have manufacturing back in the United States. That's not how it works. DJI open a plant in the USA. It would work except and this I've heard is, why would DJI do that if there's no promise that they can then build drones here in the United States and DJIs can be used? So that question's got to be answered first. Second,
it's got to be worked out. Yes, definitely.
It's got to be worked out. Yeah. And second, we're back to sourcing from China again. Yeah. DJI at one point, I believe, and I'm pretty sure this happened. This was a while ago, a long time ago. They looked at building a facility in California and it didn't happen for various reasons. But some of it was government intervention. So, Vic,
one thing I do want to ask you, and kind of not getting off this subject, but I know you're aware of Jean's case where her drone got shot down.
Yeah, she called me the other day, and I haven't had a chance to call her back yet. She asked me to call her yesterday.
I know she put a post up. She lost the regular case or whatever, and then she went to small claims.
Lost that.
Yeah, small claims court. So that was I know I don't think she had an attorney. Of course, everybody said, well,
small claims.
Small claims, but
it's hard.
You would have thought that maybe, even though they would have made him pay for the damn drone, but that was kind of surprising, that whole case. I mean, he did shoot the drone.
He agreed to it. He said,
she wasn't even allowed to admit her flight logs from what I've read.
Yep. And the guy and the judge the judge was, from what I heard, she called me at her lunch and during the session.
Right.
And I was able to call her right back because I was actually flying at the time. And it from what she told me, I've got one side of it, but I have no reason to doubt what she was saying.
Yeah, and I hear you.
The judge was just not having it. And the judge was saying, well, it's illegal to fly over people. It's like, yeah, you're right. It is. Prove she did.
Yeah.
Let them look at the flight logs. You can't accuse somebody of something and not let them defend yourself. That is a constitutional right. And I don't know, if I lived there, I'd just go fly over the guy's house all day long.
It's definitely less illegal to fly over somebody than it is to shoot it out the sky.
Hell yeah. You know? I mean, heck yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And DOJ won't touch it. I'll tell you one thing I'm going to try and do. And I haven't heard yet, the Drone Advocacy Committee and then the Advanced Aviation Advisory Committee, not advocacy, sorry. Those were folded, and now there's a new one being formed. And I've applied for that. I haven't heard yet. I know a bunch of people have applied for that, by the way.
So Vic, was the FAA aware of that guy that shot that down, or was that?
Yeah, but it's not their thing. Now, the FAA is an education and a safety agency. So what they can do is you can go after pilots who do things wrong. You can either be a fine or it can be revocation of certifications. When it comes to criminality of an offense, it has to go to the DOJ. And the DOJ, from what I've understood and what I've been told, is no harm, no foul. We got bigger fish to fry. It's a civil matter.
Things, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I want to put the industry behind this and get a push from 18 USC 32 to get some public, I like to say public hangings, but obviously that's a metaphor. Some very public people get in trouble. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get in trouble. There needs to be some very public prosecution for some very egregious type of laws or type of lawbreakers, like the guy who shot her drone down. He is arrogant. He lies, and it just.
We should have a drone meetup like right outside his property.
If I were close, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I really would. It would be so much fun. Oh yeah, good idea. Shoot at a sheriff's drone. That worked real well for the Florida man, didn't it?
Yeah, no lie.
I love using that as an excuse. I mean, he was the only person charged under 18 USC 32, but that was because it was a grand jury. It wasn't the actual prosecutor in Florida. And then he pled out, it didn't, so no one's ever been convicted of it. But I like to tell people, look, when the sheriffs and the deputies pulled up to arrest him, two arrested him, and the rest of them used their hose to put out a fire that landed because the damn drone landed on his shed and caught his shed on fire. Yeah. So why do you not shoot down drones? Cops, fire.
Yeah.
So
it's been a crazy year, and I think it's time we talk about it. Maybe just take a step back and kind of regroup, and you got some great drones to fly, and and Vic, I know, I think these are all clickbait videos, but address they're not going to come back and the FCC is not going to revoke those licenses on a drone.
I would be floored if they did, although there is a certain I'm not going there. My theory is this is my reasoning behind the fact that they won't do it, is if they do that, people like me, people like y'all, we're going to continue to fly. We are going to continue to fly, because all it means is the FCC license has been revoked. They can't ground them, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Who's not going to fly are the first responder fleets, because they have to answer to somebody above them.
Right.
That is a lawyer, that is a loss prevention officer, something like that. And they're going to say, we can't, as an entity, as a public entity, fly in violation of FCC regulation. So that's who's going to suffer immediately. I also happen to know some agencies have told me, I'm flying.
Yeah.
But I cannot imagine anybody that stupid in Washington, D.C. And trust me, I've been really close in D.C. the last 3 years.
Vic, as time goes on, those drones are going to need 100%. Some kind of service, and the motor is going to break. A gimbal, it might be something simple, but if you can't get a gimbal, even a few $100 gimbal on a $5,000 drone, it doesn't do you any good. they are going to be, you know, the batteries will get old. Of course, they may be able to get batteries, but eventually, you know, they're kind of they'll weed them out, you know. And
that's a great, I got to find it here. You know, speaking of the survey from Greg, go to Pilot Institute or go to my group. I think I get in there. I don't have a link with me because I have the PDF, but you can download this PDF. Yes, you have to leave your email, but that's so Greg can follow up. He's not going to sell them and that kind of crap. And he also has the video on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So go to Pilot Institute YouTube channel. Listen to that. It's great about that. He's got a great, really, really good take on things. But it's talking about how many companies are going to go out of business.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
It's. I don't want to dig through there and waste your time because I don't have a lot left.
And you know what? It's not little guys that like. I mean, I might do 2 or 3 videos or pictures for realtors. I mean, you know, I don't make enough to pay for props, but there are legitimate companies out there that's making a living off you know. And look at the roof, and you know all the inspectors, the insurance companies that are using them now, and you know where is that gonna, you know, and going back even to the agriculture. I mean, you know, to put the helicopters back, you know, planes back in there and doing the pesticides,
which is a dying breed.
Absolutely,
literally and figuratively. You are not seeing a lot of young pilots going into ag. Because they see what happens to some of these old pilots. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when something's going to happen. If you're an ag pilot, you're flying fast, you're flying low, you're going to scare up a flock of geese, you're going to hit a drone, and at some point it's going to bite you in the butt. And you're not seeing a lot of new pilots get into the ag industry for that reason. Which means what? Which means we've got to use drones. We've got to use drones, and that's really kind of.
And they do the job. They do the job very well too.
Now the big you know, cornfields here in Colorado or wheat fields in Kansas or whatever, it's really hard to justify using a drone on those because it's thousands of acres. But we'll get there. You know, you got drone swarms now doing this kind of stuff. You got people flying 6, 7 at a time.
I see Drone Ogie. I put my one.
No, do it. No. Don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No
do
reason
that.
to. Yeah. Absolutely no reason to. This century, this industry is oversaturated 100% and has been for the last few years. But I always tell everybody, if you've got the desire, if you've got the skill set or the willingness to learn the skill set, and more importantly, the business acumen, I don't care what industry you're in, you're going to be a success.
Yeah.
Whether it's the drone industry or a restaurant industry, the doctor industry, whatever. If you can click those 3 boxes, you're going to be a success. You have a very good chance of being a success.
And the knowledge, when you finish that test, I mean, I hate to say it, it's you think that I mean, we all think, even before I took it, you kind of thought you knew everything about drones, but you damn sure don't.
No, you don't.
And when you take that test, or at least read the questions, I know, you know, I think it's a group of a couple hundred, but you only get 60. Yeah. But you know, those 60 that you get, believe me, you learn a lot, and you got a lot of knowledge.
And let me tell you why you should take it. As a 44809 recreational flyer, you have a 400-foot limit, which means you cannot fly over a 405-foot building. Once you get your 107, that 405-foot building gives you an 805-foot ceiling, unless you're in controlled airspace.
Yeah.
Do it. Take it.
Yeah. It still needs to be a market. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, absolutely, Lon. I mean, it definitely needs a market, but if that particular market doesn't work, find another one. Definitely. So
Bob Casey, thanks so much for that. We appreciate it.
Yay.
But no, it's been an interesting year, Vic, and
it has
you know what we've been through. I guess you know what is I kind of we thought remote ID was a big deal a couple of years ago. You know, we talked about it, and kind of what you said. You know, I think, and I know a lot of people wrote, a lot of people send emails, but you always kind of think, well, you know, these guys are going to take care of this problem. But, you know, it came true. And like you said, I mean, they really didn't. You knew they wasn't going to do the audit. DJI was begging them to do it. And they, I guess, I mean, Skydio's in there, but I think DJI got the biggest, you know, they got the biggest, I say stick, you know.
They've got the biggest bit of money, but look at it this way. That's what everybody says. Well, DJI, they lobby too. It's more expensive to lobby from a position of defense than it is to lobby from a position of offense. because if you're lobbying from a position of offense, you've already got people in your pocket, like Stefanik, like Lee, like Molinar, like Carr. You don't have to spend the money if you've got those people in your pocket. When you're DJI or anybody else, you have to spend more money. So yeah, DJI is very likely spending more money than everybody else, but they have to.
Anyway. Marcus, thanks so much. Hey, Vic, you didn't go to CES though, right?
No, I didn't. It's not super simple for me to do. I'm also not going to make it to South Florida meetup because you guys have got to do it on something other than Easter.
Well, it's a week after Easter.
We pushed it back a week for Easter.
No, it's on Easter this year, isn't it?
No, it's the week after.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I will look at it.
John Ogie, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate. We always put this back in the channel and format. We got 2 great prizes tonight.
Awesome.
We got a T-shirt and
hey, I'll give you my Mavic 4 Pro too. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Hey.
I've got. I'll send these to you. These came with the Mavic 4 Pro CPL ND filters. I don't like CPL ND filters. Oh, so here now you make me big again.
Oh, hold up. Yeah.
Doink. Is that better? Oh, it's backwards. Yeah. No, it's not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I will send those to you, and also send me your email. I keep forgetting to send you more stickers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we love giving away. We didn't. Barkley, thanks so much. We appreciate it, guys. We always anything we do, we do. Awesome. We love giving stuff away, and you know what, our channel's always been about the pilots. But we thank you so much, Ray. You know, Vic, we're in our 6th year, so man, we're
awesome.
We're having a ball, and the drone community, I will say, you know what, it's still a great community. I know. You know, there's been some clickbait videos out there. These guys,
always.
You know, but you know what? I think that our group, I'll say there's probably a couple hundred of us that kind of come in and out of different groups here. And, you know, I think we know what's up and what's,
you do,
you know, and that's knowledge is power. And hey, I will say Vic is, you know, if you got any questions for Vic, of course, he's
actually, easy. I got to go. So, you have an email address.
We appreciate the time.
We appreciate it so much. I really do.
And I will say, if you're looking for the truth, and I don't get paid by them, but I just go to Pilot Institute every Monday night on there at 4:00 Mountain Time. They have an AMA. Ask me anything.
Yep.
And he just, you know, I think very, very few times he missed, and it's only because he's traveling. So ask your questions.
Great guy. They do a lot for the
Greg
community.
to death, and they're great. So everybody,
and we'll
fly safe. There you go. Exactly. I got a bunch of stickers right there too up there. So everybody fly safe and have fun in that order.
Thank you, Vic.
All right. God bless you guys.
Good night. All right. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, that was good. And guys, hey, Ray, let's catch
Vic
up with
the
so
chat. Knowledgeable.
Let's
really
Ray, I'm gonna let you welcome people in, even though it's late. But let's Arizona Drone Dude. Thanks so much.
I lost track of the chat, but I know I saw Art was in there pretty early, and Bob Casey, of course, he's a big supporter. And
Bob Casey,
RJ, he was in early. How you doing? And DD Fellows. And I know I saw John, Connecticut Pirate, and John Olson. You know, thank you guys. We appreciate it. And I tell you, Angie's watching.
Yeah, Angie, welcome in. I hadn't seen Angie in a while.
Dre is watching out in California, Recovery One Drones.
Dre, yeah.
London Art is even watching. How you doing,
Lon?
Yeah.
I see.
How you doing, Bill?
Bill, yeah. Lance is in the house. I see Lance.
Marcus, Marcus. And Drone Okie. How you doing? Yeah.
Ray,
Philip
catch us up. Yeah, Philip, Ray, catch us up on the drone meetup. Where we stand in numbers?
Yeah, the drone meetup is coming along real well. We're up to 128 people on the list now. You know, we had a few more people sign up. We got great news. Marcus and Sarah are coming. You know, they gave me their commitment and they booked their hotel room the other day.
Yeah.
And I was so glad about that. And I tell you, it's going to be a great meetup. You know, really, the drone, the giveaway prizes. You know, we got a lot of Neos that we're going to be giving away, and everybody likes to see them on the chat. But anyway, here's a Patensic Adam 2
Ray,
Fly more bundle.
I think you're. I don't know. Is
Like
Ray clear,
again?
y'all? Yeah, it's buffering again a little bit. I don't on my end. I'm not sure if they.
I'm sorry.
But we do have a lot of great prizes.
Internet provider, I guess.
So Ray, you been doing any flying?
Yeah. Together we had a little mini meetup down at Riviera Beach Marina Village. I know you were there, when you came down last year for the South Florida Drone meetup, and we flew Peanut Island. The cruise ship didn't come back that morning. But Steve Barnett, myself, and while I'm bringing up Steve Barnett, I got to offer my condolences to Steve.
Yeah, Ray,
he lost his wife. I mean, I just went out to dinner with him and his wife, Terry, and we were going to see him again this week, and she passed away on Saturday suddenly.
Yeah,
so
and Steve, our condolences. I know Steve comes. He came to the last two meetups and helped you kind of check people in.
Yes, he's a big help. Yeah.
I mean, that was so sad when you told me. I know you called me and said, "Man, I got something," and I don't know what you were going to say, but yeah, that is man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So condolences.
But anyway, on a brighter note, we had him and I did have a nice little mini meetup with TJ and Ken Nider that morning. So, but anyway.
Yeah, condolences, everybody. But Ray, what else I wanted to say? I do want to say I got these.
So as you know, they're still booking rooms. Marcus got a room last week. They're still giving us rooms at the Hampton Inn and Suites. So if you guys are thinking of coming, book your room. Call now because they will stop giving them.
Yeah,
way over our limit.
Yeah, you ain't Ray. I would say we probably have 40 rooms maybe now. Is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I think that hotel is actually I think he said 88 rooms, I think. And
it will be here before you know it, too.
Lon said he booked his today.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Great.
Yeah, guys, #FlyForFun. We'll give away some Indy filters, and I got a t-shirt here. We'll gladly get it to you. I appreciate all the super chats tonight. We always putting this back into the stream. We're trying to make the stream as good as it could be, and we really enjoy doing it. I do want to say
appreciate your support.
The drone guide, I'll be bringing some, and I will update this. I usually update it this time of year, or if there are any changes. I think Ray and I usually go over it, but we'll get it. I'll get it printed and have that at the meetup. Of course, and people look forward to that. It's good. Barkley says, "Pick me, pick me, pick me." But I got a little video, Ray, that Captain Joe and I went out and flew the other day, and I got Joe's video.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's see here. Right here. Let me show a little bit of Captain Joe's video.
And that's such a great place to fly, really.
Yeah, we have fun here. We actually caught 2 trains, and that was pretty cool. We timed. I'm gonna try to bump it up a little bit there. Joe did a great job on this. Got the little boat coming through there.
Nice.
Joe was seeing a headlight on a train, so he it's coming. The train bridge down there. I'll tell you what, in my video, you can see Joe's drone right out of the train. So,
here it comes.
This is the city of New Orleans, from Chicago to New Orleans. Of course, it stops in Hammond.
Oh, okay.
It takes about 18 minutes to get here.
Very nice.
Yeah, Joe did a good job.
How you doing, Brad?
And that, there was I don't know if you guys, I mean, a lot of you will remember, I took a picture of a plaque I put on my Facebook. I didn't include it in my video, but Joe and I, when we pulled up, we saw there was a new bench and there was a plaque when they had that heavy fog there in Manchac where 7 people, it had like a 50-something car collision and 7 people lost their lives. So they did put a memorial. So it was pretty neat. And they had their names on a plaque. So, and actually that picture I took, WBRZ from Baton Rouge reached out to me and wanted to use it. So of course I told them they could. I mean, they could have went out there and took a picture. It was just a simple picture with the iPhone, but it was pretty neat that they did do that at that park. And my friend, actually, I didn't realize he had done it. He sent me a video of them releasing 7 doves the morning that they installed.
Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah.
So, all right, let me get this banner. I mean, let's get this StreamYard giveaway too. It's hashtag Fly for Fun. We'll pull for the set of ND filters for the Avata 2. And if you don't have the Avata 2, let me know. I mean, I may have something, some other filters. I have some for the Neo, I believe. Of course, USA shipping only. And if you just want, or you want me to pull again, just let me know. We'll pull again. But let me get this pulled up here. Wrong button here. Man, first time I ever streamed. Let's see. Giveaway 2 right here. We got 32 entries. I'll give you a couple more seconds. And then we'll pull for the, this will be for the filters first. And then we'll give away, got a t-shirt, JohnnieDroneFlyer t-shirt. We'll gladly get it. I'll get them out in the mail to you in the next day or 2. I always like to get them out and make sure you get them.
Hey, Lance. How you doing, Lance?
Lance actually called me today. He actually flew one of his friends' mini V-copter today. So, all right, here we go. Let's draw.
I will.
All right.
All right, here we go.
And my name is in there only for test purposes. So if it comes up, we'll draw again. RJ Redding.
RJ, congratulations.
That is Ross. Hit me up on Messenger and give me your address. I'll get the filters to you. I think he has an Avata 2. All right, this will be for the t-shirt. It is a extra large. And here we go.
Good luck. Good luck.
Technique, Roger. All right.
Congratulations, Roger.
I'll get that to Roger. I know Joe has his address. Joe Fotoleo. I think I have Roger on Messenger. Yeah, a good dude. FPV guy. So we like that. FPV guys coming in here and having a great time. I know Joe Fotoleo must be working. I don't see Joe in, but we'll catch up with Joe in the next couple of weeks. And Ray, 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to have the drone committee on. I thought it'd be a good time to get, myself and you, Al, Brad, and Ken Hoffbauer. So we'll catch up with what's going on. Drone Ogie, got your package today. Good deal. Yeah, we love, we try to send it. Yeah, Technique is a good guy. So what are you saying, Barkley?
I got a great show tomorrow. I got a new guy on. Jeff Eagle is going to be on.
Yeah, I saw that. Who is that?
Indiana. Right? And he should be interesting. Tell us all about his drone flying adventures in Indiana.
Okay. Dale's drone adventure. We're doing good. I'll tell you what, it's been a busy week, a busy year. I know that's why I thought who was Ken Hallbauer. That's why I thought we'd have Vic on. We kind of catch up with the latest, but it's time to take a breath, enjoy what you got. Man, get out there and fly. Spring is not that far away. I know for you guys in the winter.
Get out there, fly for fun.
Still gotta, get out there and fly for fun though. That's what it's all about. And this community is great. And if you've never been to the South Florida Drone Meetup, hey, think about coming. And you'll really enjoy, and you'll meet some of the best friends you'll make in life. Not just in the drone community, but I think if we all took our drones away tonight and couldn't fly tomorrow, we'll still all be friends. So that's
new pilots. You're so welcome. We enjoy meeting you, really, and it's great seeing the old timers come back. Really.
And Ray, you got some new people signed up, right?
Yeah, we've got quite a few new people. Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah,
good. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody again. And you know what? We'll see you in 2 weeks with the drone committee on. And if you got any questions or got anything that you need to know about the South Florida Drone Meetup, we'll definitely answer them for you. And, Ray, you can reach out to Ray anytime. He'll definitely answer your questions, myself, any of the people on the committee. And you know what? Get out there and fly, and everybody be safe. Not sure if Bill Thomas is doing a show tonight, but he hadn't been doing, but tune in to Ray's tomorrow night. And of course, what else? Sunday, you got the Drone Seekers with Mr. Marcus Crawford, and then Drone Nation back again on Monday night. So it's always get your YouTube schedule if you need it. I'll send it to you, and lots of show to watch. Lots of shows. I don't know. There's probably 25, 30 shows on this list. So a lot of drone talk. All right, everybody have a great night.
Have a great night.